For a while, we had very much a twin-track economy with the exports doing well and the domestic economy not so good. Now, both engines are doing well.
The government is now considering an income tax cut next year in an effort to drive growth from at home. A little festive cheer after a long and austere winter.
Yeah, Stephen there reporting from Ireland over the weekend. We're going to go to China now. The French carmaker Renault signing a big joint venture today there.
Yeah, Renault's to open a plant with the Chinese state-owned motor company Dongfeng. It's taken 9 years to get this deal agreed. It's worth $1.3 billion. The new factory will produce 150,000 cars per year, with the first expected to roll off the production lines in 2016. Now, earlier we spoke to our correspondent in Beijing, Shannon Van Sant, who told us about the importance of this deal for Renault.
That allows them to shift their production facilities from South Korea to Wuhan. They've been exporting cars from South Korea into the Chinese market. And by having such a strong, powerful local partner in Dongfeng, it really gives them an opportunity to tap the potential of this Chinese market. Of course, there are millions and millions and millions of cars bought every day in China. And automakers around the world are looking to China as a main source of growth and profit. This allows Renault to use China in that capacity as well. So it's quite a big deal, and it's been something that they've been working on for a very, very long time.
Shannon Van Sant there in Beijing. What about the markets, Stephen? How are they looking?
Well, despite good news that came out of Japan this morning showing that big manufacturers there have their confidence at the highest level since 2007, the Nikkei in Tokyo still in the red in trading this Monday. In fact, it's a similar picture across much of the Asian markets. Investors watching very closely to see what happens when the Federal Reserve meets later this week, whether it's going to taper that monetary stimulus that's been weighing so heavily on investors' minds. All the markets in the red. We'll giving those figures updated later.
All right, thanks very much, Stephen. Here in France now, there is trouble brewing. See what we've done there? For one part of the drinks industry, isn't there?
I tried my best with that. I'm not sure that it worked.
You did very well.
New figures showing that fewer French people are drinking beer in cafes, bars and restaurants after a tax increase was imposed in January. Now, the Association of Brewers says that sales are down by around 8% so far this year, and it's mainly in the traditional demi, the half pint, kind of ubiquitous on terraces in Paris anyway. The duty on beer rose by 160% at the start of the year, increasing prices to consumers by about 14%. The French beer market is worth about €2 billion a year. The French are only 26th in Europe in terms of beer drinkers. Perhaps all that wine is tempting them instead.
I think they're all in our technical gallery. In fact, the producer just said in my ear, they're all outraged by that story. I'm not surprised. They've been drinking this morning. You can tell, can't you, by the program? Stephen, thank you very much. Stephen Carroll with Business on Fossil. I didn't mean it if you're in the gallery. I didn't mean it. Coming up for you, a stunning display from 3 British cyclists. Web News, though, starts today with hundreds of locations across the globe to be renamed after Nelson Mandela. I think I'm in trouble.
A New York City high school is to be named after Nelson Mandela. The school, which is due to open its doors next year, will be carved out of an existing Brooklyn campus where the late South African president was given a hero's welcome shortly after he was released from prison in 1990. The current mayor of NYC, Michael Bloomberg, said the city wanted to pay tribute to the anti-apartheid icon who was laid to rest on Sunday. Supporters from across the globe want to honour Nelson Mandela by naming part of their town or city after him. Again, in the US, an Illinois state representative has started an online petition calling for Chicago's Cicero Avenue to be renamed Mandela Road. And the people of Edinburgh in Scotland have launched a web campaign for Festival Square to be changed to Mandela Square. As